So the place turned to a war zone. So when this old lady's daughter was there with her children, and she told me she's not gonna give me the deposit, that's it. The red light turned on, and now I called the police because now it's like I'm being taken advantage of, and I don't want somebody, walk all over me like a doormat. That's not gonna happen. So the police came and he started talking to me and asking me, like, what's the issue? I told them, I rent a place. This is not just a room. They're supposed to accommodate, and they're supposed to provide peace of mind and quiet. And this is like they stealing. They just took my $800. They're not providing the service. How is it possible when somebody lived there? You're collecting rent, you're covering your expenses with my rent, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do in return, which is provide the service, which is not just the room. You're supposed to accommodate, tell those people to keep it low and everything else. I told him this is like theft of services. And he said, okay, well, this is a common area and this is like daytime hours, just like you're able to go in the kitchen. They can be in this area, which is right in front of my door, by the entrance. So the door, my room is located right by the front entrance. I don't know if that room is called mother-in-law suite, but it's a room with its own bathroom. So, but every time they slam that door and then boom, it's like the front door, it's a metal door and the whole wall shakes because, it's like a strong door. But anyway, so they talked to me and then they went to talk to the husband because the woman, she's nuts. She's just yelling. Like there is a yelling match. It's like this clash going between me and her daughter. And the children are just watching like a bad example, like giving them bad example. This is what you have to do to other people. I hope they don't learn from all this bad example going on. But in the end, they talked to him. I told them, if they give me the prorate rent, I'm going to leave right now because I was like, I'm going to go somewhere else, anywhere. I'm not going to live here, pay money and be suffering and sitting in that room suffering and enduring all this madness. I mean, who would do that? Like, I'm crazy to put up with that. But anyway, and the woman, she's telling me, this is my house. You can telling me, how to live. Like I'm telling her how to live, but, but anyway, I'm not like invading her house. I'm renting that place. It's like invasion. Like I went to her house. Like she's nuts. But anyway, the police said, you have to, this is like a civil, you have to work it out that he gives you the deposit. He said, oh, I told him to sell it to me right now and I'll leave. Oh, he said, no, we don't have Zelle. He's lying because 2 days ago, the daughter, supposedly, she set up Zelle after I gave them like a check from a bank. I had to go all the way and provide that because in this day and age, you can do PayPal, Zelle, any of those. But supposedly, they didn't have that. I don't know what's wrong with these people. So, but anyway, so he said, you have to wait till Monday, and that was Saturday. So now I gotta sit there till Monday, endure more of their madhouse. So, and the guy, he said, okay, we're gonna prorate this month just to have you out of here. Supposedly, I'm the one that's disturbing them, even though I'm not making all this craziness. So how is it I'm making all this craziness with this landlord? But anyway, and the supposedly the deposit, they're gonna give it to me after they go and look at the room, inspect if there is any damages, like I'm a nutcase or something. I'm trying to do something on purpose. So no, I told them I'm gonna take pictures. By the way, I cleaned the room because when I came, there was dead roaches in there. And he's like, no, you brought them. So he always wants to, argue back and be in the right, and you can't argue with them because now he's going to argue back. So after all that landlord madness, and the police said you can't be calling us every time there is a dispute because we're like bothering them, and unless it's like the day of the move out, they can come and be there just to have peace and leave the place in peace or whatever. But in the meantime, every time there is a dispute, then it's gonna be a problem from one of us. But anyway, the police left, and now I don't know. I'm in this room, and I had this headphones, noise canceling headphones that I got from Walmart. I had those my earplugs for the noise, but that wasn't doing anything because when the door slams, like it's very so loud. Like, but anyway, I had this one, but it's so tight. See, they're really tight when you put it. I was gonna get another one, but I thought these will do because it's not every day, but then it became like constant. So I was using those in the meantime, noise canceling headphones. But I mean, I gotta talk on the phone too. I gotta watch my TV. I wasn't able to do that. In the meantime, so I don't know what happened. This lady, she left for the night, so I was alone with the man. So I started feeling it's a good thing I had this other lock that I had bought, this other lock that I had bought from Amazon. So I put these, I had two of them. So because one there is with the bathroom side, there was a door to the outside because I don't trust this guy. I don't know him from Adams. So, and I had this on my front door. It's an extra protection. So yeah, if you're in a stranger's home and you don't trust them, you're renting or it's Airbnb, you should have one of those. So I had one of those on my door, and I'm thinking if this guy is gonna come in the room, I am ready to call 911 because I have both phones with me. And I didn't sleep well that night because I'm thinking this is the first time that lady, she left. I don't know, she went to her whatever daughter's home. I don't know, there's something planned. This really happened. I was alone with her husband there, and he put the heat on the highest. I mean, it wasn't even that cold. So I went and lowered it. He said, you shouldn't touch the thermostat. I can come in. He wants to come inside my room to close the vent, supposedly. And this landlord from hell, I told him, I'm not opening my bedroom door at this hour. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning or 12. He's telling me, don't touch the thermostat. I have to leave it at 78. Is a sauna in my room. Maybe in the living room, the ceiling was cathedral ceiling. It's high, but in my room, the ceiling was low. And I closed the vent and it was still like a sauna. But anyway, so besides that, so I didn't sleep well because I'm like guarding myself. I have to be awake from this crazy landlord insane going on. But anyway, the police is aware of this. There is some disputes. So if something happens, they're gonna look for him first. So, but anyway, so it was morning, but I didn't sleep well, so I was cranky the whole day. And this landlady, she came. So yeah, I wanted to keep you posted. I'm gonna put this on my next video because I try to keep my videos short now because if you want to take a break or bring your popcorn, it's to be continued. Well, this is what I have for you today. Please put a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.